itu suruh matiin, suruh mute off.
Tadi sih gua mute sih, kedengeran kan? Gua mute.
Si John yang di mute.
Tapi nggak kedengeran apa-apa kan? Walaupun dia bersuara. Kalau mikrofon kita mute jadinya.
Mikrofon John yang suruh di mute. Apa lagi? Lah nggak apa-apa, nggak ada orang yang kesini.
Okay, yes, we indicate to mute the microphone of your laptop so it won't sound from the laptop.
1 second. Can so if I join everybody.
Udah ada unjuk.
Ini ribuan orang loh yang lihat.
Orang di Facebook. Jom itu.
Kita dari Cingaro. Sinta yang Joko.
Gini ya.
Ramisi Joko. Ini tembak. Itu kalau menurut gue biar ini satu sama. Jadi mereka tahu.
Lu nyampe jam 11. Apa sih wireless camera?
Enggak tahu deh, tadi kan ini
Kalau dipanggilin Pak, Mas Desa panggilin.
Bapak, Ibu yang sedang mengambil coffee break, mungkin bisa dibawa ke dalam untuk kita bisa mulai acaranya. Teman-teman bisa tolong dibantu diangkat.
Baik, ibu-ibu dan bapak-bapak semua silakan masuk lagi dan duduk. Have a seat.
Kita bisa lanjutkan networkingnya nanti Pak, Bu, setelah during lunch, ketika makan siang kita bisa lanjutkan networkingnya.
Oke. Ya. Ya, silakan. Have a seat, please.
Soundnya. Atau nggak gini?
Silakan.
Please be seated. We're going to continue our session. Our next speaker is Mrs. Wiwi. Okay, we can continue our next session. Our next main speaker is Mrs. Wiwi Wahyuni. And to the time and space, Pak Effendi Ibnu will continue.
Thank you, Reza. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the next speaker, which is Ibu Wiwi Wahyuni. I have known her for a long time, so she's an old friend of mine. Not that she is old, but I mean, we know each other for a long time. Wiwi Wahyuni has over 18 years of regional and global HR management experience in several Fortune 500 companies, including DuPont, Monsanto, Campbell Arnold, and most recently, she is the Director of Human Resources for Indonesia's Holcim Indonesia. She has displayed a lot of outstanding communication skills while guiding the transformations in the companies where she is at. Her expertise is actually to attract, integrate, develop, and retain talent in the organization. She's a graduate of law degree, studied MBA, EMBA in California State University of New York. Wiwi's childhood dream was to become a fashion designer somehow, so that one that allows her talents into action, bring ideas, new ideas, and the others. But her biggest passion is to deal with complex business situations and most unpredictable behavior of people in the organizations. During her free time, Wiwi liked to do sports, which is golf and tennis, and also drive This is called driving, right? And while she is may not pursue the career in the fashion, but she still designs her own clothes. I guess it's very nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Wiwi Wahyuni from Holcim.
Thank you, Pak Effendi. And first of all, I'd like to thank IWI for hosting this session. And then number two, I need to be careful. I have so many senior here. Some of the HR directors whom I know for over maybe 15 years or so. But you know, when I was still really, really young, and they were already very senior. So I think today I'm standing here is to represent them. And I think that they are here also to support me. And then number two, also I have some of my team members here. They are all my boss, and I think I need to be careful. If I'm not good, I think I won't be past my probation period with housing. I'm only 1 month. And then thanks for everyone. And I understand that 75% of you guys are HR professional. I'm sure that you know, in your company you have been having such a very good and comprehensive HR practices, which you can consider well, you know, as an HR business partner, what need to be done. And as you learned also today from Pak Hasno and Ibu Annie, they both sharing a lot of good example around business partnership. So for me today, because I just left my previous company last month and then joining Holcim 1 month, I think I'm in the middle of nowhere. I cannot talk now about camera. I'm not for sure, but to be able to talk about Holcim for 1 month, I think you will consider me as like I do smart ass or what, yeah. But I'm in a observation period, like really evaluating the practices in Holcim. So that's why today I'm here. I'm going to talk more about me and my personal experience. And then if we still have like 5 minutes or so, I have my Holcim Academy professor here who will be sharing with us about, you know, couple of really great ideas that great initiative that Holcim have been implemented. Just a good example of how HR been a successful business partner to the business. So it's two really value-added initiative, which I thought is really nice to share. Okay, before that, maybe I like to share a bit about Holcim in Indonesia.
Holcim merupakan kelompok dan inovator di sektor industri sipil. Memiliki pengelolaan manajemen yang inovatif serta peduli terhadap lingkungan hidup dan kesejahteraan masyarakat. Kesehatan dan keselamatan kerja karyawan merupakan prioritas utama kesuksesan bisnis Holcim. Prinsip pembangunan berkelanjutan menjadi bagian dari reputasi yang tertuang dalam 3 aspek utama atau triple bottom line. Aspek ekonomi, aspek lingkungan hidup, serta aspek sosial. Dengan berbasis teknologi, Holcim memanfaatkan limbah sebagai alternatif bahan bakar. Holcim memberikan solusi yang dekat melalui keahlian dan pengalaman untuk pengelolaan limbah berbahaya.
Saya merasa nyaman bekerja di Holcim karena perusahaan mengutamakan keselamatan kerja karyawannya.
Sukses Holcim mengelola perusahaan terlihat dari berbagai pencapaian dan penghargaan yang telah diraih. Holcim memberikan peluang bagi semua karyawan untuk mengembangkan diri dengan pendidikan keterampilan maupun informasi.
Holcim memberikan peluang kepada saya untuk mengembangkan kemampuan dengan berbagai macam bank, sehingga saya bisa berkarir di bidang ekonomi.
Akademi Holcim merupakan pusat pendidikan profesi yang menawarkan program pengembangan keterampilan teknik dan manajemen pada para siswa dari negara-negara Asia Tenggara.
Holcim merupakan perusahaan multinasional yang paling inovatif di Indonesia dan juga berorientasi menjadi media solusi bagi rakyat.
Produk Holcim kini telah terjual di lebih dari 9.000 toko bangunan dan 19 pusat distribusi retail di seluruh Indonesia. Holcim tetap menawarkan layanan terlengkap untuk kebutuhan ekonomi Indonesia, melayani proyek skala besar dan kecil dengan kemudahan sistem pembayaran untuk kenyamanan konsumen. Holcim kini juga mengembangkan usaha waralaba yang unik, yakni solusi rumah, menawarkan solusi perbaikan dan pembangunan rumah dengan biaya terjangkau. Didukung lebih dari 11.000 ahli bangunan bintang Holcim dengan 425 orang. Holcim juga telah dipercaya memasak berbagai proyek pembangunan infrastruktur di Indonesia. Menandai 100 tahun berdirinya Holcim pada tahun 2012 ini, Holcim pun merayakan hari jadinya dengan melibatkan sebanyak 80.000 karyawannya di seluruh dunia untuk melakukan kerjasama bagi masyarakat dengan mengusung slogan bersama untuk masyarakat.
Holcim.
Pak Effendi already told a lot about me. I wasn't aware that he used like one of the all file that I shared. But anyway, as he already mentioned, so he and I we plan to literally not only as a business counterpart. Since Pak Effendi was in Malaysia, I was in Singapore, and then he got transferred to Thailand, I got transferred to US and back to Indonesia, but we still continue on our connection. So I'm going to talk also today about why it is also very important as HR professional that we stay connected with our folks outside. Yeah? So Pak Effendi already mentioned about my background. So I'm very much the opposite of Ibu Eni. Ibu Eni earlier talking about spending 23 years, over 23 years with one company. And but what is really unique about Ibu Eni that she's been spending time in different functions within Unilever. So I think she's almost like her blood is already Unilever. So maybe she can talk about her stuff today. Yeah, and she's had a lot of interesting stuff, interesting point that Unilever has on HR initiative. Well, I'm very much the opposite. So for me, my blood is more on my profession, on my passion, and that's why what I'm going to talk today. What are the things which I believe is really important? What makes me where I am, what make me think as a HR professional, and what is my passion. Yeah, and so over 20 years, yes, I got also cross-functional opportunity to move to different functions doing commercial, but most of my 20 years I spent with HR, and I consider it here as a personal journey. So my specialty, I enjoy organizational turnaround. So hence why when we talk about change management, organization turnaround, that is my place. And one of the reasons why I consider the different challenge in different companies as well as in different industry, because I really enjoy to implement, and at the same time is really working around the organization. I would say organization effectiveness, organizational improvement, or organization turnaround. Um, Several projects that I've been working with the previous organizations from the very beginning of my career in HR is really related to the organizational turnaround. And share a big achievement here. I am very much proud to share about it. So when I think of what happened, first of all, with my previous company, Campbell Arnold. So when I came back to Indonesia, my mentor mentioned like, well, you know, why should you continue to work for the same industry, right? It's like going back after spending about 9 years with Monsanto, literally going back to the country, I wouldn't be happy if I get my old job. Well, in the US, I hold a global responsibility. That's why he suggested me to consider a different industry. And but at the same token, after the interview, I really thought that, well, this is something that I'm going to really enjoy it. So that's why I considered FMCG, and Campbell Arnold was the place where I landed. And so within the 2 years period with Campbell Arnold, I think we made HR able to influence the organization in such a way that we make such a big turnaround that the business increase literally from only $50 million business to become as of end of July is $126 million, so more than double. So I think part of it is really the organizational effectiveness strategy that I've been proposing and implemented in the organization. So, as if you take a look at what I have done with Monsanto, so several projects again related to the organizational turnaround. This morning you heard from Asnu talking about changing the focus Axiata from a model like Singapore Airlines into Asia. So what happened was with Monsanto, they changed the focus from chemical company to become biotechnology company. Hence, it is really required a different mindset, required different way of thinking, required different talents in the organization. And I joined the company and I get very much involved in that project. So one thing that I am sure is that I influence the organization to change and to make a big leap and make a big difference. Yeah. So this is a several achievement or several organizational effectiveness effort that I've been working on. Okay, so if I think of all the several different projects that I've been working on, and it is proven that it was successful. So as an HR professional, what are the things that I thought make me think, and I feel that's really key factors of the success of an HR professional to become a strategic business partner. So I consider that there are four steps here. We talk about the basics, and then we talk about what kind of expertise that we need to have, or I feel that I have. And then the next one is what are the things that make us different as an HR business partner, so you can be considered as being bold and able to make a difference and make a big impact in the organization. And then last but not least, as Pak already mentioned this morning about the new competencies in HR, what are the things that we need to continue to excel, and what are the things that we need to continue to learn, so we will become up to date. Okay, so if I talk about first items, cover the basics, what I do believe that as an HR business partner, so HR is an option. So as Ibu Annie mentioned today that, well, you need to have that passion of in HR, yeah, because it is very required people skill. I understand that all job although require people skill, but HR certainly require very specific skill. If you don't enjoy to be bothered all the time, if you are not really enjoy to think about people, about organizations, then HR may not be the right place. But what I like to talk here, that the basic is literally when we as a professional in HR, what are the basic competencies that we need to possess, we need to have? One, of all, we are talking about aspiring class. This is a very key ingredient in HR, that an HR professional, we need to have high credibility. And when we have high credibility, why we have high credibility? Because we know that we are capable. When we are capable, then our partners they trust us. And if you deliver what you promise, they trust you. And if I follow through what I have committed, then they trust me. So the element of high trust level here is not given. So we need to build the trust. How can we build the trust? By showing our credibility that we are capable and we are able to deliver. Hence that we need to have the right skills to be able to deliver that, right? So that to me is really basic. And another thing that we do need to have communication skills in such a way that you don't burn the bridge, because HR will need to deal with a lot of area where it is sensitive. So if you don't have a heart to say no, if you don't have a heart to be truthful of what you think, then don't be HR. If you want to please everybody, don't be HR, because that is not the right place. Yeah, HR job is not to make everybody happy, but fair, it doesn't mean same for everybody. Yeah, and it is very difficult. And I understand that a lot of people, because they consider, well, they are my friend, or they are my boss, or they are boss of my boss, then you cannot be honest and don't want to say what is the right thing to say. So that's again really important. HR need to have courage to say and to be honest on the situation, and also to challenge everything that the organization do. It is not only that we require to understand about business, but if even the CEO made the wrong decision around things, you should be able to share your perspective. So what happened in Indonesia many times that, well, a lot of professionals, because they are worried, they are trying to play safe, they want to be liked by everybody, so they are worried to tell the truth about it. So to tell the truth, it doesn't mean to be rude. You need to find a way. That's why the communication skill is very crucial here. How you say it is really important, but you need to say what you think. You need to say what is right. Yeah? And HR need to be passionate. So passionate about HR itself. HR is not a popular place to be. People will always think that, well, I don't think that HR is capable. I don't think that HR is having a job. Oh, HR, too many people in HR. So because when function, they don't find any other excuses, they will just think that, oh, that is HR thing. Yeah? Or even sometimes, this is this fact in Indonesia, I found out that many organizations, the most performance, they will dump it to HR. And whoever, HR manager, HR director, then don't have any gun to say, no, I don't want this person. Yeah? So that is very important that, we need to be passionate about the work in HR. We need to be passionate about the organization you are in, because that's how you will be able to learn and understand the business faster. And then relationship, again, it is a lot of it related to communication. So as an HR professional, I personally gained a lot of benefit by building strong relationship, both with employees and with the leadership, but also with the external party. Because when you want to set values, when you have good relationship, it is a lot easier. When you don't have good relationship, then this may be kind of awkward. So I thought there are so many other basic things that need to be done, but when I think of what are the things that make us tick as a HR professional and HR business partner, few elements that we do need to have it. The next is about what kind of expertise that we need to possess as a HR professional. So both Hasnul and Ibu Amy already mentioned about this. As an HR professional, you do need to have a strong HR acumen. HR acumen here including all the operational aspects of HR, you name it, talent development, reward management, employee relationship. But very importantly that talent management may be the part of a lot of things in HR activities. So I think Pak Hasnu and Pak Amy mentioned about that. And HR also does need to have business acumen in such a way that you don't need to really understand how to run commercial function. But as an HR professional, you need to understand that in what business are we? What kind of strategy do we have? Who are our competitors in the market? What kind of people that we need to be hired in the organization? And what's really going on with our competition? So there are a few basic things that as an HR professional we do need to understand about our business. Then we will have a strong capability to be able to talk and to provide consultancy, to provide insight to the business. And last but not least, the capability of assessing the organization I thought is really important, and it is also related to the change management, project management aspect of it, because HR will continuously also looking at business improvement processes, and that is part of our effort in terms of supporting the organization to achieve their goals. And then differentiators here. So as an HR professional, if we are understanding about the business, certainly we have the credibility. And certainly you be having a high level of confidence to sit at a board meetings, for example, but if your level is in management, then you will be able to recommend to your whoever business partner you work with. You have a level of confidence because you know what you are doing, you know your stuff, you know the people, you know our business, and that is really important. If you just come to the meeting, sitting there and then without really knowing, without having the capability to get involved or comment or challenge, then slowly but surely the business partner, they are going to ignore us. So they won't then value your opinion once you talk, and they said like, there's no opinion. So the leadership pressure for HR is very important. To have such a level of confidence that HR is really important, and HR can make a big impact to the organization. Yeah, we don't sell, we don't make the number, but actually we are the strongest influencer in the organization. Either you talk about succession planning for very important role in the organization, for example, or a lot of big decisions in the organization which you can really play part of it. And then consultative approach. So HR need to have empathy, yes, but HR also need to have a sort of strong listening skills, capability, because then when you listen, you'll be able to vote. So I know in the HR community, we start talking about HR skill is moving the direction into the coaching skill. Because I think that's what we need to do every day. You need to coach the business partner. Either your partner is the CEO of the organization, or your partner is, for example, the commercial director, if you are HR business partner for commercial. Yeah, and so I think being comfortable to sit down and having a conversation, providing input to even higher level, that's really key, which a business partner can consider as that, hey, you know, you are my business partner. And I said to my team the other day that, well, you know, make them hungry of you, make them needed you. Make them like don't want to live without you. And how you do it, then you need to stay close to create the need, to create the demand from the HR business partners that, well, you know, I cannot make decisions without my HR business partner. Yeah, so I think basically that need, you need to create that, because you cannot wait. If HR just wait to be told what to do, then that is not an HR business partner. And HR need to focus on business outcome. So often for the last 1 month with the coaching with my big team, I keep saying, why are we doing this? Like everybody look at me. So don't do anything if you don't understand what you are doing. If you don't understand what is the business outcome of your activities, because you will be busy just doing things without really understand or without thinking, what am I going to achieve? What am I trying to do? Right? So, as 7 Habits talking about begin with the end in mind. Always think first about the outcome. Because sometimes, often that HR doing a lot of activities because, oh, it's been happening like this forever. So you don't want to change things. Like you just do whatever that's been happening in the organization. So HR is constantly thinking about, you know, why are we doing this? Can we do it better? If you're already good, then it's what can we do differently so to improve the process. Yeah. So that's maybe for my own team also. They are familiar already for many days we thought about. It's like, why we have so many projects? 12 projects. Are we capable to run 12 projects in 1 year? When are you going to do your partnership then? If you're just working on a project, the project itself, the business partner don't never heard what kind of project HR been working on, you know. So I think that's a very important and crucial. And then HR need to have the entrepreneurship mindset. It is very important to me. Yes, I don't sell the product. I don't produce the cement or biscuit when I was with Harvard. But whatever I do, need to support the business. The business strategy need to make sure that whatever we do, there is some impact there. And then, as I said, we need to continue to challenge status quo. The entrepreneur always thinks about improvement of the business and then make the business work. And the last but not least is about the HR best practice. So I find it, there are a couple of ways here. I think one is by doing networking. So it is very important that HR understand what's really going on in the market. And how do you understand what's going on in the market? I think few things, right? You can talk to your other counterpart because we deal with a lot of confidential things. Sometimes you cannot say with anyone in the company. So if you belong to any HR association or HR network, like, you know, I've been doing this literally for 17, 18 years. So when I was abroad for 9 years, so my counterpart still connected with me they send me email, they send me an update, so I know what's going on in Indonesia. And then when I came back, they are happy to take me back to the community, and I can get, you know, they are literally like my shoulder to cry, because you know 9 years in a way I did not know anything. There's so many new things going on, but my HR network, they are not only counterpart, not only developing professional relationship, but also personal relationship in some way. So when we have our frustration, we can down to them, you know. So that is one of the benefits, right? Besides, yes, of course, you need to read, you need to learn. It's no need to go to school actually to learn again, but there are so many ways that to make sure that you are updated on what's going on in HR work, but at the same time also in business, because that's what makes us really sharp, and people will think, well, you know, you are literally understand about the business. Okay, so Pak Effendi already talked about this. As I said, when we talk about the new competencies on how are we going to continue to learn, yes, like Dave already, I'm sure you guys already attended some of the training. Every time we produce a new finding or new research results, yeah. But the elements that has been mentioned by Pak Effendi, that is again really important on how we brush up ourselves and how we learn to improve ourselves by utilizing new tools of reading and use it as a reference. So having said that, going back to Holcim, if I can have my Holcim Academy manager, Pak Pri, so there are a couple of areas, a couple of initiatives in Holcim that I thought that's really a good example on how HR can share and perform as a strong business partner. So one is the Holcim Academy, and the other one is the organizational improvement process. So Pak Win, I think he's going to say that.
Thank you. Wiwi, please allow me to introduce myself before I start the presentation. My name is Priyanto. I'm now as Holcim Academy head in Holcim Indonesia. I would like to share the Holcim Academy concept in Holcim Indonesia actually. This is my background. And actually, based on the vision and mission of the Holcim Indonesia, we have responsible how to develop our people in Indonesia. So this is the concept how to develop our people in Holcim Indonesia, starting from is our talent. Actually, the university graduate and the senior high school graduate. We recruit and based on the specific program develop until they get the full MBA in the Holcim Indonesia. So then they feel that they are not only works in the Holcim, but they feel they have experience how to develop as an employee in the Holcim. So this is our concept. And until now, Holcim Academy has 4 functions. Actually, this is for the learning and development training. Is for the leadership and management development. Is the OPI that we mentioned before, the organization performance improvement. Is a part of the internal management consultant for Holcim to ensure that they have improved for the business performance in certain business unit. And another one is the learning resource center. We have training facilities management and also quality assurance of the training. And specific, we will ensure that the OPI is a part of Holcim Academy. Why? Because we need to ensure that as SR, we need to ensure that we have contribute, we have add value to ensure we go to the business as instructor. So this is the OPI. Actually, why Housing Indonesia provide OPI? First, we need to change because in the 2005, our BOD actually has aspiration how to ensure our people move to change from the job for life to the developing marketable talent, and also the leadership style from the passive paternalism go to the innovative, and the last one is operational improvement from the traditional technical go to the industrial also. So this is our attempt, and another one is to ensure that our values, Housing Indonesia values, also have implemented in the every activities in all employees. So that's why we build a culture based on the mindset and behavior of the people in the field. So this is the values, and this is ensuring that our behavior should be placed in every activities. The last one, of course, is the business result. We need to measure the business result in every project in Housing Academy. So based on this, we have this is like project management approach. Yeah, actually starting from the preparation and then diagnostic implementation until that independent developer to the land functions. And this is our result starting for the wave 2008 we start until now we have almost 14.8 US. So this is our achievement. We call it this is the concept based on the lean manufacturing concept actually. It's like SIPA, but we have the lean manufacturing concept of that. So we are always see in the three clusters during the project, during the activities actually. The first one is the performance, and this is the process and the capability of the people. Not only we are measured in the project, but we are also the people. So that's why we close together with the talent team to ensure who is to be developed by this project in the OPI. So this is the concept. Actually, this OPI we don't have many high investment, but we just develop the people. So that's why we have like coaching cases, like coaching process, how to ensure the mindset and the behavior should be changed and should be improved and improved. So that's why this is the concept of the coach from the Housing Academy dedicated to the certain project. After that, we select the champion here, and we coach together with the champion. After that, in daily business, we go together to ensure the business improve in the business unit. So this is the aim actually. The first one is improve the business result and then improve capability line leaders. So it is part of the change champions, yeah. And then this is the mindset, and then the last one is the working climate. So in every business, in every project, we ensure that the working climate should be good. So that's why this is our tips, and this is our actually cycle. In the first one, actually, in the beginning of this year, we asked to the BOD, we asked to the CEO, well, should be OPI go to the unit business to running the project. So then after that, we running, and then go back again to the stakeholder. This is actually how to ensure OPI is individually and collectively to ensure that the mindset and behavior change from the awareness to action. So that's why it is a very important change the mindset behavior. Okay, and then totally every project we have 8 months, almost until 12 months. So this depends on the situation and complexity, and then it is a part of our step during this phase here. So today, actually, we have almost many tools in OPI. Many tools also in another company. We use this tool actually. So OPI also actually based on many tools. It extracts become one, we call it OPI. So we have many concepts like Six Sigma, Kaizen, PKM, as well as operation management and Toyota and other things. Yeah. So that's why is the OPI. And the last one, after Hosin have 6 years implementing OPI, then we have looked forward and then also we have looked in the outside, and we have another community actually. But this community actually concerning for the only continuous improvement. This is the advertisement actually. And starting for the last year, we built this, and this the members actually is like non-profit organization. We call it CIC, Continuous Improvement Community. You can see on the web, CIC, www.cicindonesia.com. It's actually a non-profit organization. Everybody can join us. It's free. It's free, and then there's many activities there. Actually, sharing tools, also sharing the best practice. Sometimes we, as a consultant, give advice for this member actually. So this is the last one. Slide. Thank you.
What is good about this community? Actually, I'm one of the founders. Yeah. So again, this is a good example of HR really going out and form a community, so we can share some expertise and leverage from each other's strengths. It does not necessarily within the organization. And then second thing on OPI. OPI belongs to HR, so they are the headcount is under HR, and then they are assigned in the business. So yes, some plus and minus, but the real challenge is again. So as an HR individual, when you are going entering a business and looking at the process improvement, so a lot of resistance of doing it or accepting it if we don't have the right capability, if we don't have the right confidence, if we don't have the right skill and gut to say, hey, you know, this is what needs to be done. Or sometimes it happens that you work on a business, identifying a business process or improvement, and then the business partners, they don't want to use and implement it because of either they don't have good relationship and they are not sure if your recommendation is a good recommendation. So that's a real challenge, and I heard a lot of good example and good story in the organization. But again, I'm coming and I will challenge everything again in the company to make it even better. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Now we have a different scenario now because the time is already at 12:35. So why don't we just start directly on kind of dialogue sessions? The panelists will be sitting up front here, and we will open for questions or comments from the audience. We will do this in about 20 minutes. Okay, is it agreeable? And then we will have lunch at about 1 p.m. Okay? So far, maybe everybody is hungry already. Any ideas? Yeah. Okay, let's start. Yeah. Let's start. Let me pick the audience that have not been asking questions yet. Okay. So please state your name and where you are coming from, and who will you address the questions to? Over there? And that one, yes.
Hello, Eric Bentour from Mercer. I have a question. more for HR director, let's say for both of you, more about the journey. We were talking for many years now about how the journey what is the journey to become HR business partner or HR strategic function. First question is why does it take so long? First one, and the second one is in fact what are according to you the key or the critical success factors to become this HR strategic function, even if you already gave some idea of answers. Oh, okay, you would like to start? Okay, very good.
I think difficult question. Your first question is why it took so long to transform ourselves from previous HR into business partner. This is just purely based on my observation, personal observation. First is if we would like to transform ourselves, then we need to equip the team accordingly. So, because if not, then the team, because previously if the domain is more on the HR admin, HR services, then they will be good at it. So to move from the HR admin or HR transaction into the business partner, there are one element here that we need to equip the HR team, which is understanding the business itself. Yeah, because that is a journey that took time. And sometimes the difficulty is because the transactions still need to be done, somebody still needs to do it, and we would like to transform ourselves. So the question is whether the company would like to invest or not, invest to equip the team or not. In our case, in Unilever, what we did, because we know that one person cannot, it is difficult to accept one person to do the admin, to do the transaction, as well as to do to act as a business partner. So what we did is we made our organization in such a way. We have a dedicated HR services team. We have what we call expertise team, which is the main job, the main responsibility is to think about the innovation in the leadership development, in reward and reward. And the other one is really business partnering, which is the main business contact, the main contact with the business. So first step is we structure the HR organization in such a way. But the critical part here is to equip them. What does the business partner mean? So I think the key here is understanding the business and then talking into the or translating the HR agenda and translating or talking into the business language. I think I just shared with John earlier. Sometimes what hindering HR is we have a very good idea, for example, productivity improvement. However, when we convey to the business and we use our term of productivity improvement, FTE reduction, then it will be very difficult to get the buy-in from the business. Then we need to use their language. What is the objective of the productivity improvement? To improve your profit. When we talk to the business about profit, and love it. So I think that is the critical thing. How do we equip the HR team with the business understanding, understand the ways of working, and how to talk with the business language?
You explained everything, but if I can add into that, a couple of things. She mentioned a lot about the HR capability and the focus on admin or strategic thing. Sometimes one thing that's also missing that managers, so they also share some responsibility, right? So managers are not ready to become a manager. So hence why that all the job in managing people, in managing performance, sometimes they just jump into HR. So it is very important also that HR need to focus on developing and helping the managers to be a better manager, so they can manage the processes in such a way that HR get off into doing the manager job. Because it's sometimes easy. Oh, I can't be only dealing with people, for example, and just thought that HR will need to deal with people, HR need to deal with the union, for example. No, it is their responsibility. So, and then making sure that from the HR role here is making sure that we focus so much in developing our manager to become a manager, and it also can help to speed up the process that HR to become HR business partner.
The next one is
my name is Ami from Consideration. So, actually, question about communication. This is so we see that from the voice SMS also involves in some experiencing real performing from the manufacturing to building material. So the problem is the stage is not really as a regulation faster. So at the same time, second likewise, we should prepare the organization. Every organization with 3 or 2 sets of competencies totally maybe. So the question is how to manage the resources in terms of our team, which are in-house deal with this kind of setup. And the second, how to also manage the resources in employee itself. What is total access development? What is the next step in the time employee futures benefits, and how you provide them together. So
with the response, Abby. Yeah. So I think that was also interesting situation with the horse in itself. So actually, the transform from being just cement industry, which is they require just certain skills, into more like home solution business, ready mix business, where those different type of it's the same business but different. And it's really required different processes, different type of talent, different type of skills because of the nature of the job is different. So in this case, it's really looking at the whole process, the whole structure in such a way that it's easier for me what I did even with Monsanto, changing from chemical business into biotechnology business. The exercise needs to be done in such a way that you need to start with a blank sheet. Really, it's like when we are running a ready-mix business. So, what kind of skill do we need to have? So, what is our target? What do we need to be good at? So, and looking at that the whole concept as a blank sheet, without thinking this is the existing. And at some point, we need to make the tough decision also that not everybody, for example, in the existing business have that kind of talent or skill or capability, right? To any slide mention about how you buy talent, you build talent. So again, then after you come up with a new concept of this business, then you evaluating the existing resources, whether or not we have resources who has the right capability to run that new project or new company. So at some point, then we may need to buy or to build, and at some point we may need to let go some people because of that change, right? That is obvious. And then in HR also too, to me, HR can work in different kind of business unit because HR requires senior skill. What needs to be done in HR is to be aware and really learning and get involved in the new in coming up with that exercise or new concept, evaluating concept that you get involved in designing the new business structure instead of you are waiting to be told to do something, right? So, well, project management then, change management is really important. So it doesn't really matter you are in cement business or in construction or in a food industry. Basically, you bring those some of these skills into into the new business. You can do that. But it again requires proactiveness, requires a bold movement before we are like aware that well, you know what, we cannot achieve our target because we don't have the right capability. So I think it's likely to be very proactive in supporting that change into new business or new business strategy or new business concept.
If I can add a little bit, I think my analogy of HR, I think it's a bit similar with supply chain. So it should be, the horizon should be longer. Yeah, because I think what we as an HR need to picture is what will be the long-term strategy for the company. For example, where I took the analogy as supply chain, because if the company like Unilever Indonesia mentioned that the next 5 years I would like to become a 6 billion company, then the supply chain team will think about what will be the new factory build, when, what kind of additional, how many additional machines that we require to buy, and because everything has the lead time. I think HR is more difficult than supply chain because when ordering additional one machine require 5 months. Developing a leader require at least 8 years. So then what we need to do is really look at the long-term plan for the company. Because what happened is like in Unilever, it is not, sometimes we run parallel. We have the existing business that we should take care, but we also seeking for the future, for the new investment. So usually, right after because long-term plan always discussed in the board, when we know that in the next 5 years, we would like to double the business. The next question is, what will be the strategy? What will be the growth lever? How many percent coming from the existing or organic? How many percent from the merger and acquisition? How many percent from the new categories? And then from the new categories, we need to prepare it from now on. For example, I think 5 years ago, because Unilever started with the home care business, Rinso, Lux, which is very bulk action, and suddenly we moved into the PC, fonts, only 10 mil, yeah, 15 mil the size, yeah. So and require a different capability handling. Even with fonts and Rinso is totally different. Then what we did is 5 years ago, we haven't, even at that time we don't know yet what kind of premium product that we are entering. But because we know we are growing PC, we start looking around. I hope there is no L'Oreal people here. That I saw from I bought from L'Oreal. Even at that time, we don't really require at that time, but we know that I think the next 2 or 3 years we will enter to that business. So the company decided to invest, buy a talent ahead of the curve, ahead of the time. So that's what we do. Another thing that the business should also make a very clear decision is for the new business, different KPI. Yeah, our Pureit department, our IOMA department. IOMA is a very high-end product, only starting to say have a different business model. So we cannot have the same business or profitability model like a Rinso. Definitely not. Yeah. They don't require advertising, but they require a lot of people on the ground. And as a business, we should also accept that within certain of period, for example, 5 years, don't bother with the productivity, don't bother with the profitability, because otherwise then we will never enter to the new business. So then as an HR, we can have the business proactively build the capability himself to buy or build and then KPI.
I think the comment in the last statement. So not all organization has that kind of luxury, depending on the size of the organization, right? I mean, if we are as big as Unilever, it's like 5 years not making money. Yeah, it's okay. We're still, able to do that. But I think a lot of us here also that they just work for maybe a couple of $100 million company or $100 million company. You need to make money. So
at least set a certain time, either 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It really depends on the company.
Okay, thank you. Over there, I was. Thank you. I thought I have the same question where the operator will ask. I don't know, maybe it has not been replied yet. I'm Chandra from Atlas Copco. I would like to ask a simple question of how you measure the success of HR business partner. I mean, what are the critical success factors? I think already addressed, but I think it's not yet clearly explained yet. And then the second one is, what are the future challenges of HR business partner? Thank you. Great questions.
Thank you for. Okay, so what I do believe though, yes, as I mentioned, HR don't sell, HR don't produce the money. Yes, I think it's similar, like when you are in finance, if our finance performance good, it doesn't mean that finance make the money, right? But what I do strongly believe that HR achievement can be measured by the business success if you are really able to connect and relate the HR activities and initiatives. So to me, when the business was not doing well, we done a lot of say like reorganization, change leadership, improve commercial capability, for example, and HR should be able to show that that they can influence the organization to change. So hence why, to me, if now say like my company, they can double the business, I can think that that's because of my influence. So I changed the marketing director, I changed the sales director. And so we came up with a strong recommendation of what needs to be done in terms of what I have the right capability and also give input to the process. And then in the market also we start to quantify the HR achievement, then you will be able to see the it is as something that not only qualitative but is competent in the quantitative number for that achievement.
I think like that.
KPI. Sorry, what was the second one related to KPI? Key success factor.
Future challenges of the HR business partner. So what's the future challenge?
Oh, the future challenge. So, I think personally, I do think that now this is the HR challenges is becoming more and more. And one of the reasons why I interested to continue to stay in Indonesia, like when I came back, I felt like, I want to stay only a couple of years and I'm going again. But I think the more I stay, the more really interested. I learn something new. When we think about the Indonesian as a country, as the business and environment continue to just take it for example that I think Masho and Ibu Emi mentioned about how difficult it is now to find talent. The demand of talent in the market is really high, while the supply is not, because of the combination between level of education, readiness of our own talent, and then a lot of limitation in terms of access to education. And so many players coming in. And then at the same time, the local company now is as competitive as the multinational company. So many jobs in the market, so little talent available. So in this case, one of the HR challenges is not only to find or even to develop or to build their own talent, but it's also what kind of the strategy related to reward, for example, that we need to change, right? Very often, the market consultant, I see today there is Mercer plans here also. Often, that even consultants, they are way behind the market. So, we are as a practitioner, for example, we are challenged to become a bit more flexible. Just a simple example, when you want to offer a certain candidate. So now you cannot say like, we give everything the same. No. So we need, as a company, we need to be smart enough in the ability of coming up, of being able to come up with a package, for example, in such a way that is attractive, but at the same token, from the cost-wise, should be the same. I think is really one of the simple examples related to the challenge in terms of talent. And then we talked a lot about everything changing really fast. And then again, as an HR business partner, we need to continue to become technologically savvy. As a company, also we need to remove the activities which is transactional and is not value added into our activities. Either you do outsource or you create a center of business services, for example. A lot of companies here who I know, like either PNG, Ericsson, they don't have their business service in Indonesia anymore. They put it outside Indonesia, or they move that so that HR can focus more working as a partnership to influence the organization. So that maybe a couple of things that I mentioned.
Thank you. I don't think we have time anymore. I've been warned by the lady over there, but we have no more time. So I think thank you so much, panelists. Thank you very much. I just want to close the consensus now, because we don't have any more time to summarize. So basically, the visions of the human resources professionals, leaders like us, is to build talent, culture, and capability for the global growth of the company that we are in, as for sustainable and global growth. I guess we can sum up all that, and that was proven by the experience of Ibu Annie and Iwi, and also by us as those who have. So thank you so much for attending the sessions today. I would like to give this floor now to our MC, and thank you again for the panelists.
Again. So HR discussion is always something that interests us, and then we would like to say thank you for moderating this event, and thank you for all the guest speakers that really share the knowledge, the information. Before we close, we'd like to invite all the guest speakers to move up front, and then we're going to have like token of appreciation from our team. start first with Bu Emi. Big applause. Thank you very much. Next is Bu Wiwi. And the last one is our moderator of the day, Mr. Agandi. Yes. Thank you, John, for token of appreciation. So, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this event, and we would like to say thank you, girls, for your participation. And we're going to have a group photo first. But before we continue to group photo and also lunch, my team remind me to remind you all that we have 3 agendas. So first, there will be another session from Mr. Tanali Santoso, MBA, which I already mentioned earlier today. And secondly, if you need a copy of this presentation, you have to, since you already have, you will fill your information in the lower ground when you are registering, and we'll be sending a copy of this presentation to you by email. And the last one is related to networking. So, we just recently launched our LinkedIn University page, GitMe. And for those of you who are already an alumni of GitMe, we appreciate if you can follow us, and we can have discussion and do networking as well. So thank you very much for your attendance, and we have a group photo first. What is it? Up front, ya. Kita akan ada group foto dulu. Bapak Ibu bisa menuju ke depan. Ya, silakan Bapak Ibu ke depan, nggak usah malu-malu. Silakan Bapak Ibu, sebanyak mempersiapkan. Nanti mungkin yang wanitanya, ladiesnya akan duduk di depan, kemudian yang prianya akan ada di belakang dan di depan. Prianya bisa dibawa dari belakang, bisa dibawa dari ibu. Semuanya mudah gitu. Silakan Bapak Ibu, silakan. So we can cherish this moment. Yang wanita bisa duduk, yang laki-laki nanti ada di belakang dan di depan.
One second, guys, there's 4 participants in the back. Please one for it. Come on, Andy. Robbie, Andrew. Yeah, come on. Ready room to join. Yeah, come on. Find some place somewhere. Okay. Yeah. So good. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, three.
Masih online. Mikir di mana? Mikir.